Hi everyone, welcome back to our sports update for Winter Show. I'm Chloe Zlembo and I'm here with my co-anchor Brendan Hines.
Today we'll be going over each of Wayland's winter sports seasons that we played and how it went.
In terms of teams that made the playoffs this year, athletes from both boys and girls swim, Alpine Ski, indoor track, and wrestling all went to states.
Luckily for Wayland, we had one team that made it to the postseason playoffs, which was boys hockey in a co-op with Watertown. Here to take us through their nice season is Jaden Kaufman.
Hi, I'm Jaden Kaufman. The Wayland Watertown hockey team finished the year with a record of 8-12-2. They made it to the playoffs but lost in the second round to Situate. Let's see the highlights.
The 23-24 Wayland Watertown hockey team finished the year as the 17th seed in D3 with a record of 8-12-2. The captains this year were James E., Dom M., Alec B., Mauricio S., all from Watertown, and Jack Eli, the only captain from Wayland. I spoke to junior Shane Desmond on how the season went. The first game was definitely his favorite part of the season, he said. It was exciting to get back on the ice with everyone, and there was just a great mood in the locker room. The players we recommend to look out for next season are Adam Capello, Luke Egan, Thomas Eli, Jack Gavron, Luke Galizio, and Shane Desmond. The captains for next year haven't been announced, nor have the DCL All-Stars and team accolades. The team made it to the playoffs, beating St. Paul in the first round, but unfortunately, they lost to Situate in the second round for the second year in a row. Shane says that he is excited for an enjoyable senior season and can't wait for it to happen.
Great job, guys. Now let's head over to Finley Knapp with the other skaters on the rink girls hockey.
Hi, I'm Finley Knapp, and today I'm going to be taking you through the Wayland Weston girls hockey season. Roll the clip.
Finishing off the winter with a record of 8 wins, 11 losses, and 1 tie, the Wayland Weston girls hockey team had a season filled with ups and downs. After starting off with a 4-game losing streak, the team came back strong and went 4-0 in their next round of games. The Warcats were led by 2 Weston senior captains, Molly Ross and Coco Curran. Although the best scoring game for the girls was their 8-0 win over Cambridge Christian Latin, the highlight of the season was definitely their senior night against Concord Carlisle. The girls came together to celebrate the seniors and left the rink with a 4-2 win to add to their record. The dual County League All-Stars from the season were Weston's junior Haley Pelzer and senior captain Molly Ross. Wayland's own junior, Tilly Miles, has been a goalie for the Warcats for 4 years, playing up for the high school team as an 8th grader. She is definitely one of their strongest players and will be helping the team along to another good season next year. Other returning stars include Mackenzie Reagan and Weston's Haley Pelzer.
Boy, do I love hockey. Those Bruins sure did cook this season.
They were indeed, Brendan. I love watching them, but the Celtics have been doing even better.
That's right, the Celtics are doing great. Hey, speaking of basketball, how did Wayland do this year?
I don't know. Let's head over to Avery Unima and let's find out.
I'm Avery Umina, and as for the varsity girls basketball team, although they didn't make it to the playoffs this year, their team still displayed a wide variety of talented players. Let's check out the clip.
The girls varsity basketball team this year had an 8-12 record. Team members Jenny Shine and Annika Martins received the Foley All-Star Award, as well as Ava Reneker, who was the All-Team All-Star and Co-MVP. Their highlight of the season was being able to raise $7,068 at their annual Coaches vs. Cancer game and beating Weston at the girls' senior night by 30 points. Players to look forward to next year are Sarah Powers and Annie McCulkin, who are also the team's future captains for the 2024 to 2025 season.
Those games seem super interesting. Brendan, didn't you call them?
Yeah, broadcaster Matthias and I called a handful of them, including a doubleheader against Weston for the boys and girls team.
That reminds me of boys basketball. Here to speak on it is Jared Lappin.
Hi, I'm Jared Lappin. I'm here to take you through boys basketball. Onto the highlights. Here, the Wayland Warriors boys varsity basketball team was coached by Dennis Doherty. The captains were Grant Larson, Ridley Keegan, Ashuman Parlukar. Wayland's calling card this year was their defense. When this team clicked this year, they really clicked, showing out in their 4 dominant wins this year. Each and every one of those wins provided an amazing, exciting night for Wayland fans. They had a record of 4-16, which is the same as what they had last year, and sadly Wayland did miss the playoffs this year due to their record. But I believe next year, Wayland will come back stronger than ever and ready to go for the title. The highlight of this year was a nail-biting final senior night game against Weston here in Wayland. And in that game, Wayland triumphantly beat Weston and ended the season on a high note.
Man, those guys really left it all out on the court this year. Very professional. And speaking of professional basketball, did I hear that LeBron is going back to the Olympics?
He is, Brendan. You know what other sport is really popular in the Olympics? Swimming.
Ah, very true, Chloe. On that, our swimming team here in Wayland is usually pretty good. So let's take it over to Caitlin Donahue now to see if that held true this year.
Hi, I'm Kaylin Donahue, and I'm here to take you through the Wayland swim team. Here are the highlights.
Boys swimming had a very successful season this year, winning first at DCLs and second at states. They ended with a record of 14 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss. The swimmers that were awarded all-conference were Zach Rainville, Aiden Huang, Peter Morris, and Alex Liu. The DCL All-Stars were Brady Foley, David Rue, and Finn Surratt. When asked about his highlight of the season, senior captain Zach Rainville said it was working hard with a bunch of his teammates, pushing each other to get faster. The returning players to watch for next year are Peter Morris, Aiden Huang, and Brady Foley. The captains this year were Zach Rainville, Finn Surratt, Emmett Surratt, Luke Paitilla, and Will Straley.
Man, swimming is so much fun. It's such a blast to just dive into the water and have at it. And speaking of diving into the water, that's exactly what our dive team does. So why don't we take it back to Caitlin Donahue?
Hi, I'm Kaylin. I'm back to take you through the dive team seasons. On to the highlights.
The Wayland boys and girls dive teams have some of our most skilled athletes at the school. Some returning divers to look out for on the girls team are junior Carolina Sedoya and sophomore Erica Wilson. Some to look out for on the boys team are returning junior Justin McLeod and sophomore Ben Baitilla. The girls' record was 15-0 and the boys' record was 15-1-1. The boys' team tied for the DCL small regular season title, and they tied for second overall in the regular dual meet season. They won overall DCL championship title and finished second overall in the Division II state meet. The girls' team is undefeated in the regular season and they're DCL champions. Their dual meet win streak currently stands at 31 consecutive wins. They finished third in the D2 state meet, and they beat Division I and Division II state champs in the head-to-head dual meet.
Good job, guys. Now let's see what happens when we turn down the temperature a little bit and the water turns to snow. Here with the Alpine girls ski team is Ridley Keegan.
Hi, I'm Ridley Keegan. The Alpine Skiing team had a very impressive season. The girls had one of the biggest teams in program history and some really strong racers. Let's roll the highlights.
Wayland is in the Mass Bay West Alpha Division. The girls' team has shown remarkable skill and determination, securing a 4th place overall in the division. Among the standout performers, Finley Knapp has shown brightly, earning DCL All-Star. Not stopping there, Finley, along with her teammate Penelope Jack, has been honored as Mass Bay West All-Stars. Those two were also the only athletes to make it to states, which were held at Wachusett Mountain. Finley Knapp continued to impress, clinching the 20th position in Giant Solemn and the 21st position in Solemn events. Penelope finished in the 127th position for Solemn, despite facing tough competition. The boys' Alpine ski team also had a strong season, even though they only had 7 racers. They still raced hard, with lots of promise for the next few years. Some standouts were Ryan Chase and Ori Cole. They are primed for a really good season next year because of the very few seniors graduating this year.
Now, skiing is fun, but how much more fun would it be if instead of going downhill using gravity, you had to manually get yourself across a flat plane? Luckily for us, there's a team for that, and it sounds like Nordic Skiing. So why don't we take it now to Aiden Curry.
Hi, I'm Aiden Curry. The Nordic Ski team had a decent year with the girls going 5-19 and the boys going 17-7. Let's see some of the highlights from this year.
Due to unreasonable weather conditions this year, the team really had to rally together and find creative ways to practice and prepare for meets. The captains this year were Benjamin Canoe, Harrison Dale, Zachary Goldstein, Daniel Navarez, Jake Newton, Michael Whitman, Liam Wong, Sierra Dale, and Amy McCormick. Though many made states, Wayland girls and boys only won 1 event each. Amy McCormick managed to place 9th, and Naomi Rice 20th in the state meet. The players to look out for next year are Naomi Rice and Ainsley J for the girls team, as well as Zach Thoen, Noah Goldstein, and a healthy Adrian Navarez. Overall, under Coach Chris Lee, Nordic Skiing had a very good season, and everyone is looking forward to next year.
Now shifting from a pretty different sport from outside to inside, we have Max Dressens with the wrestling recap.
Hi, I'm Max Dressens. With no senior starters, the wrestling team had a very young lineup this year. Let's get into their season.
This year, the junior-led wrestling team finished with a record of 13-8 and sent 10 wrestlers to states. Out of those 10, Captain Michael Keenan placed 8th and Captain Cole Chase placed 6th. Michael Keenan's favorite part about this team was how close they were. With multiple whole-day tournaments, the team was able to form close relationships with each other. These relationships will carry into next year, with every varsity starter returning. Even the captains, Michael Keenan, Cole Chase, and Paul Lang, were all juniors. Keenan says that the experience of being a younger leader will help make the team stronger and tougher for next year. Some of the younger guys to watch out for are Damian Sedoya, Max Berkowitz, Dan Flores, and Jojo Cavallo.
Now, I tried wrestling for a week, and needless to say, I was not cut out for it. It was too physical, and there was over a mile of running at the beginning of each practice. Luckily for me, I joined a different sport that I was much better at, albeit it still included a lot of running, indoor track. Here to take us through their season is Ben Wright.
Hi, I'm Ben Wright. The indoor track team had a pretty good season, sending 8 athletes to states, 7 girls and 1 boy. Let's get into their season now.
The 2023-2024 indoor track season record was 1-5 for the girls and 0-6 for the boys. The captains were Julia DeGrenier, Selena Liu, Tasha Janoff, Giovanni Sebastianelli, Brendan Hines, and Sam Brooks. I asked Julia what her favorite moment from the season was, and she said it was the girls 4x4 qualifying for states at the Coaches Invitational. They had to drop a lot of time to do it. It was one of their last chances, and they did better than the qualifying time. Some runners to watch out for next year are Caitlin Hughes-Smith, Mackenzie Morris, and Tristan Norgard. The DCL All-Stars were Caitlin Hughes-Smith and Sam Brooks.
Thanks, Ben, and thank you to all of our other sports this year. Great job and a great season.
We'll be back after the spring sports have finished their seasons for one final episode of Sports Update for the year. Until then, I'm Brendan Hines.
And I'm Chloe Zalembo. See you next time, everyone.